Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Diablo 3. My name is Whirlwind. So one of my friends in Steam, good friend actually, Reciprocate, has requested if I could take a look at Barbarian in the public test, right? Because they've updated quite a number of items. He's a good friend, and I can't say no to friends' requests. So I'm going to play a little bit of Barbarian for you guys. Now, a couple of background here is that I'm using a Whirlwind kind of Barbarian, which is possibly one of the most easiest kind of class to play in the past, and even now as well. And I won't be able to test all the items, so I'm going to test the items that is relevant to my particular build, which is Whirlwind. I think in the past, if you recall, the set item has some buff to the Rend. But a lot of us just ignore the Rend because, it doesn't get buffed anywhere beyond set 2. So now in the upcoming Season 19, what is happening is that it's going to buff the Rend as well on the set 6. So, the Whirlwind gain the effect of Dust Devil Rune, and all Whirlwind and Rend damage is increased by 10,000%. So both power get buffed. So that's really good news because in the past I always ignore the Rend thing. But then Rend is very kind of like a tedious to apply, as if you recall, because if you do Whirlwind, you can't apply Rend, right? So another thing they've done, which is quite smart, is that there's something called Ambo's Pride. Ambo's Pride is that attacking with Whirlwind also apply Rend, and the total damage Rend is dealt over 1 second. So again, it's pretty cool because that basically kind of buffed up things here and there a little bit. So I'm going to give it a shot here, play a little bit of the Barbarian. My gear wise is very much like what I've done ages ago, if you recall those videos that I've shared when I play the Barbarian in one of the seasons. Now another item that I use is the Mortic Brace, because that is the one that buffed in the season 18, that the Wrath of the Berserker gained the effect of every rune. So this one here, Wrath of the Berserker, gain the effect of every rune. Just to recall, there's like deal kind of like extra damage as fire, increase 50% increased damage, crit chance have an eruption of blood dealing X amount of damage, and then reduce all damage taken by 50%, and while active gain certain life per fury span. So given this, it is important to keep the Wrath of the Berserker up as much as possible. So since I'm using the Ring of the Obsidian, it would be my interest not to have too many cooldown powers on my hotbar. So I no longer have Ignore Pain. And then when I don't have Ignore Pain, I could get rid of the bell, and I use something called the Lamentation, which is also another new item being introduced in this upcoming season 19. Rend can now step up to 2 times on any enemy, and the damage of Rend is increased by a certain percentage, which is up to 200%. So wow, so that's it. Rend get really massively buffed up by by this kind of like legendary. Also by the by the set itself also get buffed up, and suddenly I feel that the Barbarian is pretty awesome. I mean, Whirlwind Barbarian hasn't been very in a good place, and it's always a little bit not that great. I'm still using the Band of the Might as well, just to gain a bit of damage mitigation, and maybe just to quickly recap of what I do. I'm using the whole entire set of the Waste, Wrath of the Waste, and I'm using Hellfire Ring, and also the Pain Enhancer, the Bane of the Stricken, as well as the Talgot, because I do a lot of Whirlwind. I'm using the Bukathor's Warrior Blood, as well as Bukathor's Solemn Vow, because the fury generated by X amount during Whirlwind, you gain 45 increased attack speed and movement speed. So I think it's rather important if you play Whirlwind. Whirlwind is not for everybody. People find that it's a little bit too boring, which I kind of understand, no doubt about it. But I kind of like it, the fact that sometimes some of the build is kind of easy, like Whirlwind. Sometimes some of the build is really, really complex to play, perhaps like the some of the Necromancer is kind of, you have to have really good timing, good reflexes, and so on and so forth. Cube-wise, besides the Ambo's Pride, I have Mantle of Channeling. that is important if you do Whirlwind. And then the Skull Grabbed, which increased the damage of Whirlwind by 400% to make Whirlwind kind of awesome. Alright, so that is all that I have. Just to recap, changes to my previous build is just the weapon being cubed is no longer the furnace. I no longer use a Nephilim kind of like a bracer, and then also I'm not using the belt that lengthen the duration of Ignore Pain because I don't use Ignore Pain anymore. Alright, so I hope that you enjoy. That is part 1 of the video. This is for my friend Reciprocate, and then part 2 is play a little bit, maybe GR90, because I think I've done 90 in the past. Yeah, I think let's do a 90. Alright, GR90, here we go. And just Whirlwind everybody. You just have to make sure you do your Fury charge, otherwise. And that's it, done. I just have to make sure that I'm using the Whirlwind. Sometimes it's not doing its thing, but yeah. my hand can get a little bit tired. Yeah, there you go. That is GR90. It's rather comfortable so long as you kind of like know what you're doing. A lot of like poison. I'm going to pick up those things later in just a bit. Alright, so that's done. There you go, shield. Lovely. Well, definitely I'm lost. Okay. Okay, where's everything? Ooh, there's one elite there. Okay, there you go. I pick up another elite while I'm on the way. Oh, wait, there you go. It's really enjoyable, yeah. I'm shielded, so I'm fine. I can do a bit crazy here. Yeah, just make sure you keep the buff up, otherwise it can be a little bit vulnerable because you lose about 70% of the damage reduction. Wow, these guys don't get charged by it, man. Now the shield is a bit terrible because you can't really yeah. Yeah, there you go. Very happy. I'm getting a bit dizzy. Alright. I quite like the Enchantress though, by the way, from the follower point of view. Wow. I'm getting dizzy. Well, where are the mobs?
You cannot stand before me.
Okay, so this is GR90 Rift Guardian. All right, so that's it. Yeah, that is rather fun. So I got a new kind of like a record. So I think can do like 95 or 100 or whatever. I'm not quite sure about the damage reduction kind of thing without ignore pain, but yeah, I mean, it's nice and simple. It's not meant to be a long video anyway for this one, so a little bit of just for you guys to get a taste of what this new Barbarian is like with the new items. I mean, this is just one of these few items that we have. There are also some that does it with the Core of the Ancient together with the Berserker as well. So, all in all, quite a lot of fun kind of combination. I suspect other sets also get kind of buffed up in some sense. So yeah, pretty happy of it. I mean, compare the fact that, I mean, you can see a new set items. I keep going back to it. The gear wise, I think the new set items and I play the Monk, I play the Crusader, and versus this one here, I kind of effortlessly do it 94 minutes or so, which is kind of nice and beautiful. The two set items require a lot of tweaking and tuning, I think, for the Crusader and Monk to get there, because I'm doing like 80 over there, GR 80, I'm still kind of like getting above 6 or 7 minute kind of thing. So, but I'm pretty sure it'll get all sorted out by the time that we hit the Season 19. Alright, so thanks for tuning in, and hope you enjoyed this episode. Any requests, I'll try my best to take a look into it. But please don't ask me to do an Archon in Season 19. I think it's a little bit heartbreaking. They nerf it finally by a bit of it. I don't know by how much, but anyway. See you next time. Goodbye.